Good morning students. Today in this video we will be covering our another grammar topic, that is comprehension, which forms question 4 of your English language paper. Before starting this video, let us see its objective. By the end of this video you will be able to understand the meaning of comprehension and steps to do it. You will be able to write appropriate meaning of the word used in the passage. You will be able to answer the questions in your own words with emphasis on keywords. You will be able to learn to summarize your answer in 100 words. You will be able to make sentences of the words from the passage unchanged in form but with a different meaning. Now let us see the next slide. Comprehension skill. Now why do we have the question of comprehension in our paper? A comprehension exercise is set to test the student's understanding of an unseen passage. So the basic purpose of this exercise is to check your understanding. It is important, therefore, to read the passage in such a manner that its meaning, both apparent and symbolic, is fully comprehended. So it is very important that you are able to understand the meaning clearly. Reading a comprehension passage can be divided into the following stages. Now let us see the stages. Stage 1. Read the passage as a whole to gain an overall understanding. Stage 2. Read through all the questions so that when you reread the passage it is clear what to look out for. So the first step is to read the passage. Second step is to read through all the questions and then reread the passage. Stage 3. Reread the passage and locate those sections on which the questions are set. Now when you are rereading your passage, you have to find out the answers of the question side by side. Stage 4. Your answer must provide evidence of your understanding of the content and the context. Content of the passage and the context in which the passage is written. So you have to read the passage, then you have to read the questions, then you have to reread the passage and locate those sections where answers are set so that it is clearly understood that you are being able to answer all the questions clearly. Let us see the next slide. An approach to comprehension. It is important that you approach the comprehension section of the paper methodically. Methodically means in a proper sequence. Careful reading of the passage and the questions is essential to give relevant answers to the questions. So very importantly, you should read your passage so that you can answer the question relevantly. Vocabulary, grammar and metaphor. You may be asked to deal with specific words and phrases to show their meaning in the context, or to explain their grammatical function, or to indicate their metaphorical significance. So you will be asked to answer the meaning of the word. Very importantly, remember one thing, that you have to answer in the same form in which it is being asked, and you have to answer it according to the passage. Meaning should be according to the passage. If it carries any significance, then you have to mention it. Explanation of content. There can be broader questions about whole sentences in the passage. You may be asked to explain what the author means by a certain sentence or to express the sentence in a simpler form. For example, one of your questions deal with the line from the passage. They will be telling you to explain the line, so you have to explain the meaning of that line written by the narrator or the author. Selective summary. One theme will be selected to test your summarizing skills. The details for such an exercise will be found all over the passage. This exercise involves skills in selection and condensation. So this is basically your 100-word question which you will be getting, in which the questioner will be asking from you to explain or to summarize the passage you have read in 100 words. So here it is very important that you select those 100 words, those lines from the passage very carefully. Method of answering questions. So the first method is all answers to questions on comprehension should be clear and concise, expressed in simple English that follows the rules of grammar, syntax and idiom. So you have to be very clear about your answer. You don't have to use flowery language. It should be simple English with correct grammar and sentence structure. Except in the case of meanings of words and phrases, all such answers should be written in complete sentences. So words, meaning or phrases, if they have been asked, you have to write in one word or it can be a phrase, but the answers of the question should be in proper paragraph. Unless otherwise directed, you should base your answers on what is said in the passage without adding your comments. So you have to use words, lines from the passage unless examiner has told you to summarize in your own words. In explaining the meaning of a word or a phrase, you should take care that the meaning you give is expressed in the same grammatical form as the word or phrase in the passage. For example, the word comes to you is startled. Write down the meaning of word startled. So you would be writing surprised. If you write surprises, it would be wrong. Now let us discuss one specimen of comprehension. Read the passage given below and answer the questions A, B and C that follow. 4 men once came to a wet place in the roadless forest to fish. Wet place, rainforest, roadless, not containing any roads. They pitched their tent upon the rocks. Pitched means set. They ate the last bit of bread and cake. Immediately, a little man volunteered means freely offered, to stay and hold the camp while the remaining 3 would go to a farmhouse for supplies. They gazed means looked continuously at him and said, "There is only one of us, the devil will make a twin." So in this paragraph, what have we read? How many men came to the forest? Yes, 4 men came to the forest. And why did they come? They came to fish. Out of those 4 men, the little man willingly offered to stay in the camp while others would go to collect supplies from a farmhouse. The moment they were leaving, those 3 men stared at the little man and told him that the devil would accompany him. The little man sat close to the campfire and open air fire in a camp used for cooking and as a focal point for social activity. Suddenly, he heard the approach of the unknown, crackling the twigs and rustling the dead leaves. Crackling, sharp noise, twigs, small branches, rustling, making a soft crackling sound caused by the movement of dry leaves. The little man arose slowly to his feet, his pipe dropped from his mouth, his knees smote to each other, smote to strike. "Ha!" he bellowed, hoarsely in menace. Bellowed, to shout in a deep voice, hoarsely, rough, harsh sound, menace, a show of intention to inflict harm. A growl was replied and a bear paced means moved into the light of the fire. So till now we have read when the little man was smoking pipe and taking rest in his camp. At that time he heard someone approaching to his camp. He nervously arose to see what it was. He shouted in a deep voice, which was replied by someone who approached near the tent. To his horror, in the light of the campfire, he saw it was a bear. Children, see one more point that you would have noticed that these words are highlighted in blue color. This is also part of your exercise which I will discuss with you later. The bear rolled back his lips and disclosed his white teeth. The fire magnified the red color of his mouth. Magnified, enlarged. The little man had never before confronted the terrible beast. Confronted to meet face to face. "Ha!" he roared. The bear interpreted this as the challenge of a gladiator. Gladiator, a person engaged in a fight. He cried out and then darted around the campfire. Darted, moved suddenly. "Ho!" said the bear to himself. This thing won't fight, it runs. In desperation, the little man flew into the tent. Desperation, loss of hope. So, the little man was in trouble as he had to encounter the beast, that is the bear, which he had never done before. He made sound so that the bear could run away, but all in vain. The bear took it as a challenge and tried to attack the little man. Being scared, the little man flew into the tent. So in this slide also you would have noticed that there is one more word which is highlighted with blue color, that is little. So this is also part of one of the exercises which I will discuss with you at the end. The little man crouched in a distant corner, crouched to lie close to the ground with the legs bent. The bear advanced, creeping, his blood burning, his hair erect, his jowls dripping. Creeping means advancing by small degrees. Erect, raise, jowls, lower jaw. The little man yelled and rustled clumsily under the flap at the end of the tent. Yelled, shouted, rustled, moved, clumsily, awkwardly, flap, a thin flat piece of cloth. Snarled awfully and made a jump and a grab at his disappearing game. Snarled made an aggressive growl with teeth, awfully badly, grab to make hold of something suddenly. So, we have read in this paragraph, to escape from the beast, the little man flew into the tent and huddled himself in its corner. The bear got agitated and followed him in order to attack at him. It also went into the tent to attack at the little man. When he saw the man was going out of the tent, he tried to grab him. The little man, now without the tent, felt a tremendous paw grab his coat tails. Tremendous, great, coat tails flap formed by the back of a tail coat. He wriggled out of his coat like a schoolboy, wriggled, twist and turn with quick movements. The bear bowled triumphantly and jerked the coat into the tent before he discovered his man was not in it. Triumphantly, victoriously, jerked, moved suddenly. He lay down on his back, took the coat in his forepaws and began to play with it. The most appalling yells came from the little man who was crying on a tree top. Appalling, horrific. So, in this paragraph we have read, while escaping from the tent, the little man felt that the bear had grabbed his coat. He quickly removed his coat and ran from there to the tree top. The bear thought that he had caught its prey, but that did not happen. Now let's see the next paragraph. Now the little man became the witness of a mighty scene. The tent began to flounder. Flounder means plunging movement. It took flopping strides in the direction of the lake. Flopping, stumbling, strides, long steps. Marvelous sounds came from within, rips and tears and great groans and pants. Rips and tears to pull apart, groans, pains, pants, noise. The little man went into giggling hysterics, giggling, laughing in an excited way, hysterics, an exaggerated situation. Now what happened? While sitting on the tree, the little man saw that the tent was descending down towards the lake and he could hear the groaning sound inside the tent made by the bear. On hearing it, he laughed wildly. Now let's see the next paragraph. It came to pass that 3 men with bundles and baskets saw their tent approaching. It seemed to them like a white-robed phantom pursued by hornets. Phantom, ghost, hornets, large wasp. The 3 men who had gone to collect supplies did not know what had happened behind them. They were terrified at the moment when they saw their tent coming towards them. It seemed like a ghost followed by large wasps. Now let's see the next paragraph. The 3 men dropped their bundles and scurried to one side, their eyes gleaming with fear. Scurried, moved quickly with short, quick steps, gleaming, shining. Below them, it struck the base of a great pine tree where the animal writhed and struggled. Writhed means made twisting movement. The 3 started for the top of the hill. As they disappeared, the bear cut loose from the tent with a mighty effort. He cast one agonized look at the white thing and then started wildly for the inner recesses of the forest. Agonized, characterized by great mental or physical pain, recesses, remote place. So in this paragraph we have read, being afraid, the three men ran towards the top of the hill. The bear in the tent struck with the base of a pine tree. It struggled hard to move out of the tent, and finally with a mighty effort it came out and ran into the forest. Now let's see the next paragraph. The three fear-stricken individuals ran to the rebuilt fire. The little man reposed by it calmly smoking. They sprang at him and overwhelmed him with the questions. Sprang, moved, overwhelmed, completely overcome. He contemplated darkness and took a long pompous puff. Contemplated, looked thoughtfully, pompous, grand. There is only one of me and the devil made a twin, he said. So, in the last paragraph, what we came to know, that the four men sat near the rebuilt fire and three of them asked the little man about what had happened. The little man did not disclose what had happened with him. He just replied to them that what all they had seen was done by the devil. So we have completed with the reading of the comprehension. With this we have completed our stage 1. That is, we have read the passage as a whole to gain an overall understanding. Now according to stage 2, you have to read through all the questions so that when you reread the passage, it is clear to look out for answers. So, exercise A. Given below are 4 words and phrases. Find the words which have a similar meaning in the passage. It is of 4 marks. The words are stared, shouted in a loud voice, increased, crawling. So you have to look out in your comprehension the words which carry the similar meaning. Next exercise. For each of the words given below, write a sentence of at least 10 words using the same word unchanged in form but with a different meaning from that which it carries in the passage. This exercise also carries 4 marks. In this you have to make sentences of the word mouth, bear, light, little. So we have seen the highlighted words in the passage. This is the exercise related to those highlighted words. Exercise B. Answer the following questions in your own words as briefly as possible. Describe the arrival of the bear at the campfire. How did the bear confront the little man? And you have to answer this question according to paragraph 3. What scene did the little man witness from the treetop? How did the bear escape from the scene? What did the 4 men do then? So these are your question answers. Exercise C. Summarize the encounter of the bear with the little man and his companions in not more than 100 words. Failure to keep within the word limit will be penalized. You will be required to write your points in the form of a connected passage in about 100 words and it carries 8 marks. So this is your 100-word answer in which you have to make a grid of 5 columns and 20 rows. Now we will be rereading the passage for better understanding, and with that we will be locating our answers. Let us reread the passage, and with this rereading of the passage we will be locating the answers of our question. 4 men once came to a wet place in the roadless forest to fish. They pitched their tent upon the rocks. They ate the last bit of bread and cake. Immediately, a little man volunteered to stay and hold the camp while the remaining 3 would go to a farmhouse for supplies. They gazed and said, "There is only one of us, the devil will make a twin." The little man sat close to the campfire. Suddenly, he heard the approach of the unknown, crackling the twigs and rustling the dead leaves. So in this paragraph, the answer of our question 1 comes, describe the arrival of bear at the campfire. So you can take the answer from this paragraph. Now let's read the next paragraph. The little man arose slowly to his feet. His pipe dropped from his mouth. His knees smote each other. "Ha!" he bellowed hoarsely in menace. A growl was replied and a bear paced into the light of the fire. So you can also take help of this paragraph for answering your question number 1. So now the next paragraph. The bear rolled back his lips and disclosed his white teeth. The fire magnified the red color of his mouth. The little man had never before confronted the terrible beast. Ha, he roared. The bear interpreted this as the challenge of a gladiator. He cried out and then darted around the campfire. Ho, said the bear to himself. This thing won't fight, it runs. In desperation, the little man flew into the tent. So in this paragraph, we are able to locate our answer number 2. The question 2 is, how did the bear confront the little man? So you can take answer from this paragraph. Now let's see the next paragraph. The little man crouched in a distant corner. The bear advanced, creeping, his blood burning, his hair erect, his jowls dripping. The little man yelled and rustled clumsily under the flap at the end of the tent. The bear snarled awfully and made a jump and a grab at his disappearing game. Now let's read the next paragraph. The little man, now without the tent, felt a tremendous paw grab his coat tails. He wriggled out of his coat like a schoolboy. The bear bowed triumphantly and jerked the coat into the tent before he discovered this man was not in it. He lay down on his back, took the coat on his forepaws and began to play with it. The most appalling yells came from the little man, who was crying on a tree top. Now, the little man became the witness of a mighty scene. The tent began to flounder. It took flopping strides in the direction of the lake. Marvelous sounds came from within, drips and tears, and great groans and pants. The little man went into giggling hysterics. So now the answer of our question 3 comes. What scene did the little man witness from the treetop? So this is the scene which the little man witnessed from the treetop. Now next paragraph. It came to pass that 3 men with bundles and baskets saw their tent approaching. It seemed to them like a white-robed phantom pursued by hornets. The 3 men dropped their bundles and scurried to one side, their eyes gleaming with fear. Below them, it struck the base of a great pine tree where the animal writhed and struggled. The 3 started for the top of the hill. As they disappeared, the bear cut loose from the tent with a mighty effort. He cast one agonized look at the white thing and then started wildly for the inner recesses of the forest. So, in this paragraph, the answer of our question 4, A part comes, how did the bear escape from the scene? So, B part, we have to go to the next paragraph. The 3 fear-stricken individuals ran to the rebuilt fire. The little man reposed by it calmly smoking. They sprang at him and overwhelmed him with questions. He contemplated darkness and took a long pompous puff. There is only one of me and the devil made a twin, he said. So answer of the question 4B part comes here. What did the 4 men do then? So by the rereading of this passage, we have located our answers, and I hope that you will be able to write these answers clearly now. Now let us solve our exercises. So exercise number 1. Given below are 4 words or phrases. Find the words which have a similar meaning in the passage. Stared, shouted in a loud voice, increased, crawling. So we have to look for the words in the passage which have the similar meaning. Stared, the word which comes in the passage is gazed. Shouted in a loud voice means bellowed. Increased, magnified. Crawling, creeping. So you have to find out the words from the passage which have the meanings which are given to you as a question. Now let us discuss the next exercise. For each of the words given below, write a sentence of at least 10 words using the same word unchanged in form but with a different meaning from that which it carries in the passage. I hope that you remember about the words which were highlighted in blue color. I told you that we will do exercise related to it at the end. So this is that exercise in which you have to make sentence of at least 10 words using the different meaning of these words then used in the passage, and very importantly, the form should not be changed. You should not use the word in another form by adding ed or ing or any other word. Now let us see the sentences. Now the word mouth. In the passage, the meaning of the mouth is the opening through which food passes into the body. And I have used the meaning the place where a stream enters into a larger part of water. So the sentence goes, the mouth of the river is very broad and muddy. It also means to take in or touch with the mouth. So sentence can be, puppies may mouth each other's collar during play. It also has another meaning. Mouth means talkativeness. The sentence which could be used is, you have got more mouth on you than anyone I have ever known. It means you have to use word mouth in the meaning than used in the passage. Now see the next word, bear. In our passage, the meaning of bear is an animal. So the sentence is formed according to the meaning, something difficult to do or deal. The sentence is, Susan could not bear the insult from her friend. Now next word, light. In the passage, the meaning of word light is something that makes vision possible. And in the sentence, I have used meaning medium. When the sun shines through a light rain, it makes a rainbow. Next word is little. In the passage, the meaning of word little is not big. It describes the appearance of a person. And in the sentence, I have used the meaning not much. Little did he know that his wife was in danger. So I hope that this exercise is clear to you. This exercise carries 4 marks, and the exercise related to word meaning also carries 4 marks. Now come to next exercise. Exercise B. Answer the following questions in your own words as briefly as possible. Question number 1. Describe the arrival of the bear at the campfire. This question carries 2 marks. So the answer according to the comprehension we have read. The man sitting close to the fire suddenly heard the arrival of someone through the crackling of the twigs and rustling of the dead leaves. As the man rose to his feet, he found a bear standing in the light of the fire. Next question. How did the bear confront the little man? Paragraph 3. And this question also carries 2 marks. You have to answer this question from paragraph 3. On seeing the little man, the bear rolled back his lips and showed his white teeth. The little man got scared and gave a cry, ha! The bear took it as a challenge coming from a gladiator and moved around the campfire. Next question. What scene did the little man witness from the treetop? It also carries 2 marks. So according to the comprehension, the little man, while sitting on the treetop, saw the tent moving towards the lake. He could hear different sounds coming from within the tent, like something is being torn apart and somebody is groaning. So you have to answer according to the passage you have read. Now see the next question. Question number 4. How did the bear escape from the scene? What did the 4 men do then? It carries 3 marks. The bear got stuck in the tent and could not move out of it. So it started moving along with the tent. When the bear struck the base of a pine tree, it struggled hard to move out of the tent, and finally with the mighty effort, it came out. So you have to answer your questions according to the passage you have read. Now come to the next exercise, exercise number C. Summarize the encounter of the bear with the little man and his companions in not more than 100 words. In 10th standard, your question was of 50 words, and in your 11th and 12th, your question is of 100 words. Failure to keep within the word limit will be penalized. You will be required to write your points in the form of a connected passage in about 100 words, and this question carries 8 marks. So very importantly, whenever you have to do question of 100 words, you should make a rough draft and then you should draw the fair draft with the grid which has 5 columns and 20 rows. In rough draft, you will jot down the points from the passage which you think are very important, and from that jotted points you will make out your 100-word answer. That 100-word answer will be put in a grid which will be of 5 columns and 20 rows. Now for solving this answer, I have also made a rough draft and jotted down the important lines from the passage. So the first point which I found important is that the little man volunteered to stay and hold the camp while remaining 3 would go to a farmhouse for supplies. The little man sat close to the campfire. Suddenly he heard the approach of the unknown, crackling the twigs and rustling the dead leaves. The next very important point is the little man arose slowly to his feet, his pipe dropped from his mouth, his knees smote each other. A bear paced into the light of the fire. He had never confronted the terrible beast. In desperation, the little man flew into the tent. The little man now, without the tent, felt a tremendous paw grab his coat tails. He wriggled out of his coat like a schoolboy and went to the tree top. The next point, the little man became the witness of a mighty scene. The tent began to flounder. It took flopping strides in the direction of the lake. The bear got struck into the tent. It struck to the base of a great pine tree. It cut loose from the tent with a mighty effort and ran into the forest. The 3 men came back to the camp and, fear-stricken, ran to the top of the hill. The little man reposed by it calmly smoking. They sprang at him and overwhelmed him with questions. He contemplated darkness and took a long, pompous puff. So from these 6 points which I have jotted from the passage, I will write a summary in my own words by deleting the lines which are not important and making the phrases into few words. And very important, the mistake which you do, that you eliminate articles. You cut the word a, the, an, which is wrong. While writing your answer, your articles are also very important. You cannot miss them. It is a grammatical error, and for this grammatical error, you will be penalized. So it is very important that you should include article in your answer. Now using these points, I have written the summary of my answer. Now let us see the summary. For writing the summary of this answer, you have to make a grid. So the grid is 5 columns and 20 rows. One word should be written in one box. The little man was left to take care of the camp when the other 3 went to get the supplies. As the little man sat near the campfire, he heard an unknown sound. Suddenly, there emerged before him a bear. He ran for safety into the tent, followed by the bear. The little man ran out of the tent and climbed a tree while the bear got stuck in the tent and struggled. It started moving along with the tent. With great difficulty, it got out and ran into the forest. The 4 men sat near the rebuilt fire contemplating. So in this way, I have completed my 100-word answer. Now homework. For your homework, you have to solve the assignment sent to you in Snap Homework. Students, I hope that the way to do comprehension is clear to you. By following these steps, you will be able to get good score in your comprehension, which is the most important part of your language paper.